It's time to pay tribute to the top celebrity icons that have lent their talents to the virtual world.
I accidentally got a little blood in its mouth and it totally went nuts on me.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity performances in video games.
Can't take that money, Aiden. I'm no thief.
For this list, we're highlighting celebrities that made a name for themselves in film or TV before taking on video game performances. And we're limiting our lists to one role per franchise.
I bet he went straight out into the jungle and found that chimp. I went, "Oi, you gave me AIDS." "I gave you what?" "You gave me AIDS." "I gave you a blowjob." "Shush."
Number 10, Patrick Stewart as Emperor Uriel Septim, Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion.
For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
When he's not commanding the Enterprise or teaching mutants to coexist, this actor lent his voice to the ruler of Tamriel.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us.
Uriel has played a primary role in many of the Elder Scrolls games, but the player gets to interact with him most directly in Oblivion, however short that cameo ended up being.
Things are not going according to plan.
The character's uncanny foresight and unfortunate fate set in motion the entire game to follow, making this performance all the more important. With Stewart's history in roles of high standing and royalty, he executed this performance gracefully.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Number 9, Kevin Spacey as Jonathan Irons, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
And you think that you can just march into these countries based on some fundamentalist religious principles, drop a few bombs, topple a dictator, and start a democracy?
Yes, we are aware that this game hasn't been released at the time of this upload, but given what we've already seen, we're making an exception just this once.
One time.
Spacey brings his shrewd villainy from his House of Cards character to Jonathan Irons, president of the private military company Atlas.
Atlas is an internationally registered private company. We don't need Congress.
After a global outcry, the manipulative organization is turned to for countermeasures. The series has had numerous celebrity appearances in the past, but Spacey looks like he's about to up the ante.
Power determines who's right. And I have the power. So I'm right.
Number 8, Susan Sarandon as Granny Rags, Dishonored.
Have you seen my little birdies? Ah, the dear things must be starving without their granny.
The Academy Award-winning actress delivers a frightening performance for a deranged, elderly blind woman with supernatural abilities.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys.
Once a wealthy aristocrat, she now lives her life on the streets of Dunwall. With some of her previous roles in some of the most outlandish films in cinema, Sarandon brought her own oddity of brooding and darkness to this morbid senior citizen.
Quiet now. Granny needs to concentrate.
Number 7, Jack Black as Eddie Riggs, Brütal legend.
Rockstar's job is just to deliver the audience to the promised land of rock.
With his hard rock influence, the lead singer of Tenacious D himself assumes the role as this protagonist, the self-proclaimed best roadie of all time.
What I know is how to put a crew together and how to keep it organized and how to take it on the road.
Venturing through a world of ancient rock legend, he accepts his duty to save the world of heavy metal with the help of his battle axe and magically infused electric guitar. All in the name of music, I guess, especially when the world he's in has Ozzy Osbourne as the guardian of metal.
Oh, I'm nobody. I'm just a guardian of metal.
Number 6, Samuel L. Jackson as Officer Tenpenny, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
Now you get this straight. We own you. You're ours.
It doesn't get any worse than corrupt police officers, but then again, it doesn't get any better than this man's iconic voice.
Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl.
Jackson took on this role as the antagonist, one of the ringleaders in the extortion, gang intimidation, and drug trade in Los Santos.
Now you make sure he never leaves the neighborhood, not even in a box.
And utilizing his heavy influence in the streets, this crooked cop frequently manipulated the main character to carry out a multitude of shady operations.
I want you to pay him a little visit, Carl, and destroy all his evidence before he testifies.
Number 5, Matthew Perry as Benny, Fallout New Vegas.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
The former Friends actor plays the head of the faction, the Chairman of New Vegas, in 2281. He has a ceaseless goal to assume control of New Vegas, and unfortunately for you, at the beginning of the game, you've got one of the things he needs to do so.
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth.
Prior to receiving this role, Perry was a huge fan of the franchise, playing Fallout 3 for so long that, well, just hear for yourself.
I had to go. I played Fallout 3 so often that I had to go to a hand doctor.
Wow.
I did. I had to get injections in my hands.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Number 4. Martin Sheen as the Illusive Man, Mass Effect series.
But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
With this actor's impressive track record, his performance as this character goes down as one of his best.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own.
The enigmatic figure is the leader of the human survivalist paramilitary group Cerberus, and he uses his extensive outreach to attempt to achieve his goal of human galactic supremacy.
We can dominate them, use their power, harness their very essence to bring humanity to the apex of evolution.
His real name, much like his history, is a total mystery. While his true motives remain unclear, his presence is both assertive and dominant.
We're at war. The collectors are taking humans, and every minute we waste is one more we give the enemy to prepare.
Number 3. Ellen Page as Jodie Holmes, Beyond Two Souls.
$10 says you come around the back with me.
I'm not that desperate, asshole. You can take your $10 and stick it.
This talented actress provided voice acting and motion capture for the protagonist in this game. She's introduced as a troubled young girl linked to a ghostly entity named Aiden. Gift or curse, she attributes it to all the grief in her life and her uncertainty of what she really is.
Maybe I'm just too odd for anyone to be interested in.
Alongside Willem Dafoe, Ellen delivers the contemplative tone in this game with her vivid portrayal of the character.
They'd leave you here, wearing your wounds, waving your guns at.
Number 2. J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson, Portal 2.
I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemon.
Oh, I like this guy.
I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Burn his house down.
When he's not shouting down Spider-Man as Jonah Jameson, this seasoned character actor is the founder and CEO of Aperture Science, indirectly serving as a guide for the main character, Chell, through a series of voice recordings.
Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Though these recordings took place before the events of the first Portal game, the brilliant entrepreneur had a distinct vision for the future.
I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day.
Described in the game as an eccentric, dead billionaire, and extroverted, enthusiastic, and opinionated, it's really the voice behind the character that make his quotes so memorable.
Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am?
Before we unveil our top celebrity performance, here are a few honorable mentions.
Dead Viking holding the stone I need.
Who paid you off? Who wants Billy dead?
Same guy who sent you to find her.
They need an adjective. They can't just say Ricky Gervais comedian. They say things like Ricky Gervais, tubby comedian.
Just please be careful out there. This is a dangerous world. Far more dangerous than anyone on that vault knows.
You just messed with the wrong Mexican.
Number 1. Keith David as the Arbiter, Halo series.
Drawn quite a crowd. If they came to hear me beg, they will be disappointed.
This New York-based actor had the opportunity to voice the second protagonist in the series.
That makes 2 of us.
He was once the supreme commander of the fleet of particular justice, but was stripped of his rank and appointed the role of Arbiter by the prophets.
By the time I learned the demon's intent, there was nothing I could do.
Despite this being the actor's most prominent video game role, Keith David is no stranger to the video game world, as he's lent his voice to games like Modern Warfare 2, Mass Effect, and he even plays himself in Saints Row 4.
Listen, we've got enough clout right now for one major bill, not both. What do you want me to push forward? Do you want to be the president who cured cancer or the president who solved world hunger?
Do you agree with our list?
Time to die.
Which celebrity video game performance glued you to your console?
Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it.
For more expertly voiced top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
War never changes.